speak to the defensive effort there at the end that won the game for you?
Really the entire game. I mean, really to shut them out in the first half. Felt our defense was playing at a really high level. Credit to them, credit to their quarterback. You know, the tight end and the quarterback really played well in the second half, picked up a lot of third downs. Felt like our defense still, besides getting off the field, really played well, put them in some tough down and distances. Still had a drive of undisciplinedness where penalties just really let them off the hook there for a lot of chunk yards on penalties. The roughing the passer twice, and but I'm proud of this team to get in that locker room with a win. That's what we came up here to do, and that's what we did. It doesn't matter if you win pretty or ugly. My 7th grade basketball coach, Coach Kraft, always told me I'd rather win ugly than lose pretty any day, and I feel the same way. I mean, we're going to get on that bus. We're going to learn from the things that we got to get better at. What I've learned is each game is just a season of its own. I mean, each game brings you different flows and adversity, ups and downs. It's about going into each game as its own season and coming away and win and getting back to the drawing board and practicing and getting better and going to the next one. And it's really about doing that all season long. And if you keep finding ways to win games, you're going to have a good season.
Avante's got the big reputation, but today it was Deontay. Talk about how special he was in the first half.
Yeah, I think having both of them out there is, we've had them both on the team for 3 years now, and this is just the first 5 games that we've been able to have them both on the field at the same time. It's a credit to him. He's overcome a ton. 2 ACLs, a lot of disappointment, a lot of, the past 2 seasons, it's just been on the sideline watching, not getting to travel a lot, just putting your head down, dreaming about, man, if I could, this is my last season, if I could get out and play. And really the unselfishness of his twin brother, Avante. I was just telling Reese, so many times they're really interchangeable. We don't tell them who's at Z and who's at X. It's they get out there and what side of the football on. They'll say, hey, you take that side, I got this side. They both know the offense really well. But so many times you see, that he knows the screen might be going to the slot. And Avante multiple times in this game told Deontay, take the slot, I'll block for you. And that's just for the 6th-year senior for Avante to be that guy. It says a lot about just the character of him and not caring. But Deontay, 2 big explosive plays. We just got into a rut there in the second half. I got to do a better job as a play caller, finding some ways to get us moving there. That's what you got to do. And you wanted to play a little bit, not conservative, that's not really our MO, but I knew that the points, if we didn't turn the ball over and we played a clean football game, that we told ourselves 3 scores would win the game. And so there was times there, especially when you're backed up. This team, Illinois State, has won so many games on defense in the whole time that Coach Spack has been here, whether it's strip sacks or turnovers, tough situations, 3rd and longs, and you try to drop back and quarterback gets stripped, and then all of a sudden they're scoring on defense or they're setting their offense up. And I felt like we played complementary football. Obviously we got to score some at least a touchdown there in the second half, and it would have ended it.
3 games in a row, Richie Haggerty's made big plays, sacks, and then the biggest one today. Talk about his game.
Man, Richie's a player. We've known that for a long time. And now he's just getting opportunities to show it. I think our defensive front has played really well all season as far as really eliminating chunk runs. It starts with stopping the run as a defensive lineman first. And you don't get the stats or get to be interviewed after when it's just kind of a grind game and a bunch of tackles. But when you can stop them on 1st and 2nd down to get them in 3rd and long, then as a pass rusher, you get to go rush the passer. And so they've done a great job of that. When you get in passing situations and we can get him in a one-on-one situation, he's tough to handle just because he's athletic, he's fast, and then he's really, really one of the strongest guys that'll be in our league. So he's good with the, bull rush, and he's good from, a power rush. He's good with beating guys around the edge with speed. So he's got a few different things that tackle will see throughout the game. And then when you get in the 4th quarter and he doesn't know what's coming and it's a passing down, he can get home.
And then finally, after 0-2 start, the process it's taken to get to 3-2. How proud are you that the team has done this, and then what's ahead?
Yeah, I'm proud of this team. Like I told them in the locker room, it's really from where we were from really week one. The commitment to grow individually, to really not necessarily take coaching, but just to us to get connected and not listen to any outside noise, and what it takes to learn. The maturity has gotten better. We still have to grow. We still have to drive where penalties really hurt us. But the maturity of the team has taken a big step after that week. Just the travel, everything, the leadership on this team, Richie Haggerty being one of them, has really allowed us to play good football. And I'm proud of that. An in-state rivalry game. We had one slip away against SEMO, where we felt like if we get that, then we're 4-1. With a loss to a good Incarnate Word team. But like I said after the SEMO game, we got to own what we are. Should be no excuses. That those two games aren't going to define who we are. Our goals are about the Missouri Valley, and that's what we had in front of us. And we've won our first two. It's a long season. As far as the rivalry with the Illinois State, feel like it feels good to win the last three. I know two were played, one was forfeited, and so. We'll get back on the bus, and we've got a great Missouri State team that's going to be needing to win. We've got to go down there. It just gets, each game is just it's fun to play in this league because it's just a challenge every single week. There's no gimmies. There's no, man, let's look at our schedule and there's 3 or 4 wins. It's each week is some, really, really good football team. And like them, if Illinois State is going to win a lot of games and ruin a lot of teams' season this year too. So it's just take one game at a time, and the process that allows you to win is the most important thing.
Hey, first, how did it feel when you got that sack and you knew you'd kind of put this thing to bed?
It felt really well. I mean, we were out there as a team. We knew we had to execute, and the offense was struggling, so we had to come out on top, obviously, as a defense. And we all got to back each other up, special teams, offense, defense. We all got to correspond and be able to, when somebody's down, we got to pick each other back up. And we knew if they didn't score, we were going to win. So overall, we just knew we had to get a stop, and it was just an amazing feeling to be able to get that stop.
Did you feel like, the game was starting to slip away a little bit? Because, you had a 19-point lead, and then suddenly, they were 10 yards away from winning the football game. And when you feel that, what do you do to reverse it?
Well, us as a defense, I mean, we've experienced some down. Obviously, the first 2 games of the season were rough. So we came out. We knew they were coming back. We knew the offense was struggling a little bit, but we had no doubt in our mind that we had to get that stop, and we were going to get that stop. Our confidence level from the experience with those 2 games before has really kind of skyrocketed, and the trust and overall just willingness to be able to be on this defense together as a unit. And just being able to flow to the ball, no matter the circumstances we've been through, because we've been through a lot. It's just a blessing to be able to do that.
How does it feel after starting 0-2? Now you're 3-2 and you're in first place in the league.
Oh, it's great. I mean, it's really good. I mean, we have a lot of confidence, but we actually have to have the next game mindset. I mean, this game is over. As much as we're going to celebrate it, it's the next game mindset. We got to come in. We got to come in tomorrow and be able to just execute what we had mistakes on, and be able to correct things for the next week.
All right. First, Deontay, just how does it feel to get the win, when it was such a close game there at the end?
Yeah, it was big. Way to just fight through and just get the victory, really. They fought back, and we held our own. Defense stepped up and made some plays.
Talk about that first half where there's some really big plays that you made. Give us maybe a breakdown on some of the bigger ones.
The very first one, the shot that we did, I ran a double move. Got past the corner. Bake put a good ball out there, and just had to run it down and go make a play on it.
And then, you had a big play in the running game as well. Talk about that one.
So we had ran a little trick reverse, and then I had caught the ball, got out to the outside, and cut it up and went back outside and got a good game. Good execution, and that's all you can ask for, really.
Now, the offense got things going in the first half, didn't so much in the second, but talk about what a team game it is when defense picked you up.
And so defense was holding on the whole entire game pretty much. Didn't let up too many big plays, but offensively we were explosive in the first half. Didn't really execute and didn't perform too well in the second half, but defense like I said, came with some big stops and got things done.
How's it feel after you lose 2 to start the season, and now you got a 3-game winning streak, tied for first place?
It's big, really. Just got to keep riding the momentum and just keep stacking the W's, really, especially in this conference. A lot of great teams, a lot of great players. So.